Purdue and North Carolina State both facing off and appearing in the Final Four for the first time since the 80s. Andrew Donis is a junior at Purdue and says fan support there has been huge.
Especially after last season, it feels really good to just have everybody kind of really bought into the tournament, have everybody around the country talking about Purdue in general, and it's just a great time to be on campus.
Connecticut faces Alabama in the second game. The Crimson Tide making its first Final Four appearance. The women play their title game tomorrow. Iowa and undefeated South Carolina. Millions of people are lining a narrow corridor from southwest to northeast to watch Monday's total solar eclipse. Forecasters are narrowing down the best spots for clear skies. National Weather Service meteorologist Bob Orbeck.
The best viewing areas probably are going to be from maybe far southeastern Oklahoma across Arkansas, southeast Missouri, southern Illinois, Indiana, and into western Ohio. At the moment, that's the areas where a lot of the models are showing less cloud cover.
A new study suggests a simple way to predict dementia. Bradley Blackburn is on the CBS Health Watch.
An app may help diagnose dementia before symptoms even appear. Researchers at UC San Francisco found cognitive tests in a mobile app could detect early signs of frontotemporal dementia in people who were genetically predisposed. Researchers hope the mobile technology will enable greater participation in FTD clinical trials.
This is CBS News.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Sorry, but we actually have a wait list for our Monstera.
Shaw's greenhouse is really bringing in the green.
We can't keep snake plants in stock.
She needs a construction manager to build on her roots and grow.
We could add a whole section for ferns. Here we'd have dahlias, dahlias, and more dahlias.
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. Go ahead, feel your engine. Admire that perfectly installed exhaust. Your vehicle's moving along this freeway like it was made from fresh installs and a whole lot of love. With eBay Motors, you get over 100.
I think we can get 6 to 8 kids in there at a time. Okay. So they'll get to play in there. And remember, we're in a neighborhood that a lot of the kids don't have access to this kind of thing. So it's a great opportunity, or they just can't afford, gaming system is expensive. So it'll be a lot of fun and it's free. And that's what's really cool. It's going to be free for the kids. We'll have a lot of other things going on. It's not just tech. We also have resources for just things that you may need in your life. Access to some healthcare stuff, other resources. I know we've got the cyber guys are going to be there, and they will teach parents and kids about how to be safe online. We will have digital art. And the kids
I'm very hyperactive when it comes to my kids online. They're not allowed online. Oh. It's the safest way to, honestly, it's the safest thing to do. Unfortunately, they do have access to some platforms because they have to through school and stuff like that. But just with the world the way it is, unfortunately, these days they don't have any social media or anything, which I'm very happy about, because they would be very embarrassed with all the stuff that we talk about on the show. Especially when we're talking to them.
My kids are up on Roblox, but they have got the little chat disabled, so no one can message them. This is always weird. You never know.
Right.
You have to be safe. We have to be vigilant. And a lot of kids, these kids who've never had the opportunity to be online, because part of it is they don't have access to internet and all that. When they first get on, if we don't help them and give them that instruction, they're going to fall victim to all kinds of things. Yeah. And that's not what we want them to have.
Agreed. So you said Colonel Mustard hot dogs. Now, I was really excited when we got them booked for the Tech Fest. Mm-hmm. And I found out that he exclusively serves Hebrew National hot dogs, because those are the best hot dogs. And sorry to anybody that likes ballparks or other things, Hebrew National hot dogs are they're just tastier, right? What do you think?
When I had them about 3 weeks ago, I got the brats.
Oh,
I like brats. My kids did get the little 4th pounder hot dogs though, so they devoured that though. And the funny thing is, my dad was stationed over in Germany when he was younger, so he always liked to do like ketchup and curry powder.
Yes.
So when I got the brats there, I'm like, "Do you have it?" They asked me, "Did I want the sauerkraut and mustard?" I'm like, "No, do you have any ketchup and curry powder?" But they actually had a
curry ketchup.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I put that on there. I was like, "Yep, that's my people right
Have you
there."
ever had curry ketchup, MeMe?
No, I haven't.
It's really
Sriracha
tasty.
ketchup, but
It's really tasty. It's really easy to find if you go to any of the foreign marketplaces, I think. But I can't think of some place offhand. Whole Foods, World Market. Yeah, there you go. For curry ketchup, and it's tasty. Yeah, we use it for a lot of things. Fries. I like fries. Do you like curry?
Yes, I do like curry.
Yeah. What's your favorite kind of curry?
I like a vegetable curry because I don't eat meat.
Fair enough.
Man, curry food is my comfort. That's my comfort food right there. Over in Japan, Japanese curry is more of like a thick gravy style. You can also put in like some potatoes and carrots and beef to make it like a nice little stew. And of course, you have Indian curry, and that's just my passion right there, curry food.
And ironic, my comfort food is like pad thai or sushi.
There you go. While I was deployed, the people that were running the facility always had curry cooking in the back, and you can ask for the curry because it's all military food anyway, so it's whatever. And some of the best curry I've ever had was over there. And I mean, it would. Snot rolling, coming down your nose, and tears in your eyes. And you're like, this is the best stuff you've ever eaten, and you just keep going. But it's
so good, I'm crying.
Yeah, it's so good, I'm crying. But I like hot sauce. I don't know if you've seen that with anything. I do enjoy hot sauce, and
I do too.
Yeah,
yeah. But I like, I'm not I don't like the real spice that you can't taste any.
Yes.
It's got to have the flavor side.
See, Hot Ones did a Pepper X, and Pepper X is 3 million Scoville, and it's the hottest pepper in the world. And the way that they did it, it doesn't overwhelm you, and this flavor is absolutely incredible. And it's literally called the Experience, or the Last Dab Experience. And it's one of the best hot sauces. And my mouth is watering just thinking about it, but it hits you with all the amazing flavor from the pepper, and you don't have that overwhelming. It's hot, but it's not like that. Just tastes hot and that's mean. Like I've had that, and in fact, there's a ramen that does 2 times spicy ramen. I don't know what the name of it is offhand, but
Is that chicken on it?
Yeah, the
chicken. I know what you're talking about.
And I was so hungry, and I made this, and I started eating it. I'm literally just crying, and producer Tina had to take it away from me because I was like, I'm so hungry. I just want to finish. She's like, I'll make something else for you. Just relax. So yeah, no, it was good stuff though.
Yeah, my thing with spiciness is like once you get to a certain level, you don't taste the flavor of anything else. So it's like once I start like the hot chips every now and then, but that's not my forte.
Well, maybe I'll bring some hot sauces out to the Tech Fest, and if you want to take the challenge, you can take the challenge and sign the waiver first. For everybody that's listening in today, don't forget you can call in and ask any question. Tell us about your favorite curry, or if you have a question about the Tech Fest, please give us a call 520-790-2040. That's 520-790-2040. All right, so we have a gaming truck, we have hot dogs, we have shaved ice because it's going to be warm next weekend, right? Knock on wood, not like 60 degrees today.
No, it's supposed to be 89 and beautiful sunny. So, and kids will eat.
I can't wait. It's either too hot or too cold. It's Tucson here.
We're gonna have all the weather seasons this month.
Yep.
Exactly.
But looking forward to seeing you next week. And is there anything, or what's the location?
3029 North Stone, so we're just south of Fort Lowell on the west side of Stone.
And if somebody has a question or wants to get the information out, do you have
can go to wecaretucson.org, or they can email info@wecaretucson.org.
WeCareTucson.org. Perfect. Thank you so much for joining us. And
Thank you.
we'll be right back after this short break, and we're going to have Special Eats. And Joshua is going to hang out through the whole show, so don't forget to stay tuned in. Go to YouTube at the Tasty Show 520 and check us out. Thank you to our amazing sponsors. I'm Wesley Sorce, your host. We'll be right back with everybody here. Thank you to our sponsors, Key Rogers Country Financial Insurance Bureau, Premium Beef, 30 Cactus Soap, Nova Speeda, Mafia Kitchen, Financial Advisor Cody Peck, Network Outdoors, Local First Arizona, and Levity Wellness Center. I'm your host. Stay tasty, Tucson.
Are you or a loved one in need of support? Look no further than Nova Speeda, your trusted outpatient treatment center. Our services include mental health care for individuals and families, DUI screening and classes, and substance use treatment. As an access provider and accepting...
We're going to mute the that one. So we're live. We're still live everywhere else, but thank you so much for coming in and joining us. So we'll see you next weekend. It starts at 10 and it goes till 3, which is perfect because I can jet over here at 2 and we'll be
How'd you do it live from there?
That would have been amazing. I have the equipment-ish. I don't have all the transmitters yet, so
I'll tell you what, if this is a success, we'll be doing it in October for Digital Tech Fest Week or Digital Inclusion Week, and we'll do it live. There you go. Or maybe you should broadcast from the pickleball.
Pickleball, yeah. I have done everything I can to avoid pickleball, and thus far been successful. I don't know, maybe.
The Tucson Racket Club, and we'll be having a barbecue kind of thing that Saturday evening.
Perfect. Thank you so much. So with the mic, you want to be really close. There's a diamond. You want to be on the diamond. Thank you so much, Kiki. There, Mimi.
Okay, now you're calling John, who was calling me Kiki for the longest
I'm sorry.
time. No, it's
Mimi. Okay. Oh, Tina, can you get the information about the women's group really quick?
Oh, sure. I need a piece of paper. Paper. I have a pen. I need a paper. Thank you.
Welcome back to the Tucson Tasty Show. I'm your host, Wesley Sorce, here with an amazing guest co-host, Joshua. Thank you for joining me today. Super excited to have you here. Now, you have a pretty big following on Instagram, but you have more than one Instagram account, right?
Yeah, I actually have 3. I call them my multi-personalities.
Multiple personalities. And being an Army vet, that doesn't surprise me at all. No, I'm kidding. No, that's awesome. And so where would somebody go to find you on Instagram?
Well, I got my main one, which is it's like my name, JOSLSAMP. Then I have another one that does mostly smoking meat. It's like, I love a good pulled pork, right? So it's Chef du Fumet. And then I have a pizza one. It's called the Zawfather.
Ah.
So that's
the Zawfather.
Yeah.
That's
kind of a little play like Godfather, Zawfather, Kazaa.
That's awesome. So you went to the Pizza Expo up in Vegas a couple weeks ago, didn't you?
Yes, I did. It's pretty fun.
Yeah.
I think I went up that Wednesday and then Thursday. So I drove around at like 2 o'clock in the morning and left here at Tucson to get it. So really tired that first day, but it was a really nice thing. I really enjoyed it.
That's awesome.
Kind of like heaven.
Right. We were there and we were leaving the hotel to go over to the expo, and there was somebody dressed up in a dress, but it was pizza. She had the pepperoni and the cheese, and it was a big poofy dress. It was hilarious, and I wish I had a picture that I could throw up for everybody on YouTube. And don't forget to go and check us out on YouTube at the Tasty Show 520, and don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and repeat. So we do have a special guest with us today. We have Tamara from Special Eats. How you doing today?
I'm doing well, thank you.
And so with Special Eats is a food truck that does elevated grilled cheese sandwiches, right?
Correct. And we just opened up a dessert truck in January as well.
Oh, very cool. What kind of desserts do you have? Do you know about the dessert truck, Joshua?
Yeah, I actually saw it on their Instagram a while back.
So we do milkshakes, thrifty ice cream sundaes, snow cones, brownies with ice cream, cookies with ice cream.
So all the tasty stuff.
Cotton candy, yeah, we try and hit it all.
I've got to get over there and try that, and it's just finding the time and then finding you. How can somebody find you around town?
SpecialEats.org.
Mm-hmm.
Our Facebook is AZ_Special Eats. Our Facebook is at AZ Special Eats.
Perfect. And Chef Bill is at an event today.
He is.
Yep.
Yeah, I had a double today.
You had a double today.
Yeah, I'm working
That's
him to the
exciting.
bone.
That's awesome. That's good though. I mean, it's awesome, or it's great that you guys can be as busy as you are, right?
It's been so wonderful. Community support has been amazing. We really couldn't do it without the community.
So without the food, you're putting the food aside. What is the goal when it comes to Special Eats? Because it's not just food, right?
Our goal is to empower and employ individuals with special needs. And that's really our whole mission, is to give people jobs that have never worked before. People wouldn't hire, wouldn't train. And we are employing 40 people with special needs at this moment.
That's incredible. That's awesome.
It's a very special mission, near and dear to my heart.
And we'll get into a little bit more of what they do with the food truck and everything, because I see that you brought some of the goodies with you, which is really exciting. And thank you for coming out for the brisket smoke off at the beginning of the year. I don't know if you were able to make it out or not. But
no, it was really cold that morning.
It was beautiful outside.
Yeah, Chef Bill won.
He did. He won the panel of judges. Was Chef Obi, our executive sous chef, Seth from the Arizona Sands Club, and then Happily Pink. And out of all the briskets that were put in, he took home the trophy, which is really fun.
He did.
So with your, so what do you do for Special Eats?
So I am a co-owner of Special Eats, and I kind of do the bookings, all of the in-house stuff. So I'm in charge of the calendar, talking to people on the phone, advertising,
That's
getting
awesome.
our name out there.
Awesome.
And I handle all of the HR, employees.
That's very important. And then do you give any ideas for sandwiches to Chef Bill?
I leave that up to him, but I am a taste tester.
I
leave that expertise up to him.
Quality control.
I needed to talk him into doing a brie based grilled cheese sandwich. I had one for the first time, and it was with the tomato bacon jam. And then they put bacon on top as well, so you get the crunch from the bacon. You got that really developed jammy flavor from the tomato jam, and then that nice smoky bacon flavor. And then from that, it was also the creamy brie, and they didn't take the outside of the brie off, the rind of the brie. They left it on, so you got that extra texture there too. It was so good.
That sounds amazing.
See,
I would try that.
Yeah, that was.
We do specials every month.
Chef John Hone from Gap Ministries that brought that in. Yeah. Maybe we can get him to collaborate with you guys.
That would be amazing.
Awesome. And then, how'd you get started with this? I mean, it sounds like you're like my wife, producer Tina, and kind of the brains of the outfit. Is that, am I making a too big of a leap there?
Okay, I would agree. Actually, it was divinely inspired. I feel like everything that has happened in my life, the people that I've met personally and on a business level, it's all led to this purpose that I feel God has for this community. And I just feel really blessed that he's allowing me on for the ride. But I did get my degree in nutrition. And so I knew that I always wanted to work in the food industry. My oldest son has autism. And I did, I want to say it, like I helped a lot of the effects that autism was having on him. I reversed those through diet. And so I had him on the gluten-free and casein-free diet. And so when I went to school for nutrition, that's really where I wanted to go, was to work with children with autism. But God had a different plan.
Fair. I get that one. I understand. And then, so what are the goals? And we talked about the mission a little bit, but what are the goals over the next couple? What do you have special that's coming up that Special Eats is doing?
So we just opened up our Special Eats Sweets shop, and so
Shop.
So we have
truck.
a candy store location now.
Nice. Where's that?
It's on 5th and Rosemont. It's 5009 East 5th Street. And we kind of had a soft opening for Valentine's Day, but we're having our grand opening on Wednesday
Of this week?
Yes. So they've decorated it super cute. We have all the candy in, so we're really excited for that.
That's very exciting.
We're really trying to get our name out there for the dessert truck right now. We need more bookings on the dessert truck if anyone has any events coming up. And we really just want to continue to grow. And one day I would love for anyone to call Special Eats, and we have all these different food trucks, and they can pick which one they want, and we come out there. There's so many people with special needs that need a job, and I feel like I get phone calls every week, and we're on a waiting list right now. Just really want to continue to grow. It's exceeded my expectations in 2 years, so I can only imagine, what's in store for us.
Yes, that's exciting. That is. So, how can we support you? How can the community support you? Is there a website?
Specialeats.org.
Specialeats.org. And other than that, how can somebody reach out to get that booking?
Our biggest thing that we really need help with is if you have an event, then think of us for your food truck. We do birthday parties, weddings, any kind of corporate events, school events. A lot of the PTAs, call us, and we're very appreciative of that. So, and if you see our truck, stop by and eat.
Wonderful. Well, we have about 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. So, and then we go into the Tasty Bites segment. What do you have in your personal story that you became a nutritionist? I mean, what made you go down that road?
Having a son with autism and
specifically
that special diet.
Yeah. And where'd you go to school?
The University of Arizona.
Oh, bear down. There you go.
Yes.
There it is. And so you were part of I'm going to mess this up. Kales.
I don't know what that is.
Okay.
I graduated in 2012, so that might have come after me.
Fair. It might have been Kels then.
Okay.
I think they just added another letter, and somebody probably cut a promotion off of it. Or no, that's just the military. But let's. All right. Well, I have to say thank you to our sponsors, and I do have, I've got to tell everybody about our newest sponsor, and that's Levity Wellness Center. Levity Wellness Center is actually down by the U of A, and they had a couple things that they wanted me to say. Tired of that stubborn neck kink or worsening back pain, feeling overwhelmed or anxious? Levity Wellness Center has the solution. Conveniently located near the U of A, we offer Tucson's only commercial flotation therapy. Have you done flotation therapy, Joshua?
Not at all. That sounds interesting.
At Levity Wellness.
You have?
It's amazing.
There we go. We have.
It's an experience that you'll never experience anywhere else.
Being a veteran, got all this pain. I was like, yeah, my shoulder's starting to hurt. Might have to stop by.
There we go. And try the flotation therapy, massage, stretch therapy, cupping, infrared sauna, IV therapy, and more. Become a member for exclusive pricing and mention this ad for special rates on your first float or sauna session. So you got to check them out. Say goodbye to stress and hello to serenity at Levity Wellness Center today. Call 520-339-6674. That's 520-339-6674 and schedule now. We'll be right back after this break. I'm Wesley Sorce, your host of the Tucson Tasty Show. Stay tasty, Tucson. No worries. We're still live on Facebook and YouTube, but this is the long break because they go through They have to do the station stuff. So we'll have about a minute and a half.
Okay.
Or 2 minutes. 3 minutes.
Yeah. So I just.
What time is your grand opening?
It'll be 9 to 4.
Okay.
On Wednesday?
Yes.
Perfect. Let's come by. We go down to the U of A. The Arizona Sands Club has an amazing networking group that really you guys should come out to because it's a bunch of business leaders, and every other networking group that we've been to has really been a part of that networking group. Everybody else is in that other or all the other ones. So it's kind of the central hub for everybody. But it's at the north end of the Arizona Stadium on the 5th floor, and it's Wednesday starting at 9 a.m. You can come in for breakfast beforehand, or even some training, sales training with Don Zavis, and that starts at 8.
Okay.
So, yeah,
I'm
come out and
gonna
check it
write
out.
that information down.
Here, I'll let you borrow a pen.
Okay.
Also, I need to talk to you about July 17th. There's an event with Network Outdoors that they're holding over at the Hub. I think it's the 17th. Cody Peck will probably call and correct me, but they'll need food for at least 30 people, and then but they want you there all day so that the Hub can advertise out and really get some really great traffic for you. And it's there at 22nd and Alvernon, so it's a high traffic intersection anyways. So if there's food trucks, people will stop. I mean, really the only other game in town right there is La Cave Bakery, and then across the street they have Luke's, which that's the only Luke's that I like, but I think it's the only Luke's that's left. So
Did the Luke's on 22nd and Cole, or wasn't it 22nd and Pantano?
90 seconds. It's 22nd and Alvernon.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's the one I'm talking about. Yeah, it's right next to the old was it the drive-in theater?
What's the address for the Sam's Club?
It is
Or you can give it to me.
Yeah. It's on my phone, which is in front of you. All right. We're gonna be going back here in just a second. Oh, this is a fun commercial. Here, I'll let everybody else hear.
Ground beef to the melt in your mouth ribeye steaks. Every ounce is exceptionally aged for more than 21 days, giving Vera Earl Premium Beef exceptional premium beef flavor. Order online at vepremiumbeef.com. Again, that's vepremiumbeef.com.
Are you or a loved one in need of support? Look no further than Novus Vita, your trusted outpatient treatment center. Our services include mental health care for individuals and families, DUI screening and classes, and substance use treatment. As an access provider and accepting major insurance plans, we ensure accessibility for all. And with no wait times at our new center, your journey to a healthier future starts now. Don't wait. Call 520-989-8482 today. Novus Vita, empowering your path to wellness.
Now back to the Tucson Tasty Show with your host, Wesley Sorce, on 1030 The Voice.
Yummy, 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 I got love in my tummy.
Welcome back to the Tucson Tasty Show. I'm your host, Wesley Sorce, here in studio with some amazing guests and just having a great time. If you have a question for me, you can send it to me. If you go to the Facebook page, you can chat something to us. Or you can give us a call at 520-790-2040. That's 790-2040. And call in and be on the radio with us. Tell us what your favorite curry is. Tell us what your favorite grilled cheese sandwich is. Tell us where you want us to, or you want us to bring on the show next. I mean, really, it's up to you. All right. So we have Joshua in studio today, who is a chef. Going to school as a chef?
Yeah, I got about say about 12 weeks or so to actually be certified as a chef through Escoffier. So I actually used my veterans benefit to actually put through that. It's like, might as well not.
Right.
And I've been working in the restaurant business since I was 13. So it's you don't really need that certificate, but a lot of people like it. So
right.
It's like, here you go.
That's awesome. So 12 weeks left. We'll have to put that on the. Are you going to go for Tucson Night Fights this year?
I said 12 weeks. It's probably actually more like mid-October.
Mid-October, okay.
Because I have to do some what they call externship.
Right.
So I got to find 2 different places to go in for about 6 weeks each, and those are the last 2 classes you actually have to do to get actually certified.
Oh, cool. Well, if you need help introductions, I'm sure you know everybody anyways, but
quite a bit.
Yeah, so I think you'll be good. But no, that's awesome. Well, we'll have to do something when you graduate. You got to come back. Are you going to put in for Knife Fight this year?
I don't know.
Tucson Knife Fights ran by Chef Gary Hickey and Chef Michael Elefante, and they do a lot of fun stuff. And
I don't really like to compete with people because I'm like, hey, I'm just here to feed you. If you enjoy it, you're going to enjoy it. But then it's like whenever someone's like, it's bad, when you kind of put your heart into it, then it's like, I don't know if I can handle that.
That's what you do, though.
Tamara, do you know what a Tucson Knife Fight is?
Yes, I do.
Aren't they exciting?
They're very
it's
exciting.
A culinary competition that is bar none. I mean, it's still hot because it's just, towards the end of the day, but it's 2 chefs going head to head with 3 mystery ingredients, and they have to put out 3 new dishes. And that season's going to get started up here pretty soon in August. So it's coming up fast.
And of course, they do the bar fight right before. So,
right.
Sample a few drinks there sometimes.
They do the bar. That's right. They do the bar fight as well. The bar fight's an abbreviated version because the knife fight is 45 minutes, I think, and they have two brackets that go each night, and then the bar fight is 15 minutes, and that one's a lot of fun because you see some crazy stuff in 15 minutes, like some crazy stuff.
What was that one last year? Like some sort of fermented chicken broth that they used, the Zio Pepe.
Oh gosh,
that's where actually we actually first met.
Yes,
and then I went to the Monica, the next one. But yeah, I would not do
fermented chicken broth. That sounds like a threat.
Yeah,
I think but almost as bad as ranch soda, which was the last one.
Oh man,
somebody brought in ranch soda, and Beef Vegan actually hopped down and was taking it around to have everybody smell it. He was one of the judges, and ranch soda, no.
No thanks.
Just we're good.
I like ranch, but not in a soda.
Does not belong.
Awesome. So we're doing a alternative to Tasty Bites today. Why don't you tell us what you brought in to show us today?
So our employees, actually, they do a whole array of jobs. We got to keep them busy. So we have an art department where they make art that we sell in front of our truck. They hand make all of the to-go bags. And so you get a special bag every time you come to our truck. And they make jewelry, and they do shopping, inventory, types of stuff. They clean our buildings and our trucks.
Oh, very cool. So, wow, that is good. I mean, that's well-rounded, really. And then on top of that, well, every time I've seen your trucks, you have a little table out with all the cool little crafts and things that they have out there for you guys, and which is awesome that they have the ability to display that. So you brought some artwork as well. I saw the bags. I actually have these bags on my desk at home where I do all the voiceover
Ben
and
is
recordings.
one of our artists, and this is all that he does for us. He designs all of our bags, and so his bags are the most sought after.
Oh,
but we're doing Pima Community College will be there May 2nd, and they're doing a Star Wars theme. So he's been working on Star Wars lately, getting the bags ready. And but he loves anime as well. But, yeah, so
I'll check those out.
So his bags are super cool, and he's very proud of them. And so he also puts on the back the name of the character.
Oh, wonderful!
And he always signs his name, so you know you're getting a Ben bag.
The Ben bag. Well, let's get those lined up, and so that producer Tina can get some pictures of those. And
they just did Easter wreaths. So this is one of our Easter wreaths that they did. And so they really work hard on all of their...
Let me see that. Let's see. That is that is quite incredible. Look at this.
And they do all of the work.
I definitely couldn't.
You were in the Army. I don't expect much.
Well,
no,
I'm not
kidding.
artistic like that part. I was like, I'm more artistic. Like, oh, here, let me put this plate together.
Yeah, and so all this stuff is sold at our 5th Street location. So this is also some of the art that they've done in their art class.
Is that one of the I can't think of the name, but
it's like the pour art.
The pour art, yeah.
Yeah. And
that is really cool. I always like these because this is something that my kids do and I can do with them because this is about the extent of the art that I can do. But my daughter Morgan is actually really good at art, and every once in a while I actually put some of her stuff on our page, or I'll ask her to do something for us and she'll just draw it up and go, "Here, Dad, and how much are you going to pay me?" She's 15. She's going to be 16 next month. It's terrifying.
I did not get the creative gene. That's why I'm definitely like accounting and HR. And to be a chef, you really have to be creative. I admire chefs. I mean, especially knife fight when you have 3 ingredients and you have to come up with something. I couldn't do it. So
you have to cook them simultaneously, and you have to plate them perfectly,
and within that time frame.
Right?
Yeah, no way, I couldn't do it. So it really is a craft that I admire that I am not blessed with. But
something that my family keeps telling me I need to do is sign up for Knife Fight and go and fail miserably, just to put it out there that I'm going to be there more than anything else.
One of there's that one thing where they talk about the Olympics, like I don't want to see a person that's like, been training their life to do this event. It's like, I want to see the random Joe, like, oh yeah, you have to cook 3 meals real quick, 45 minutes. Here you go. I want to watch that right there.
Yes. Yeah. So I think I might throw my name in. I don't know if I'll get picked or not, but it's definitely something that's possibly in the works. But the other thing that's actually in the works that's really cool is the TV show. So we actually just put out tickets. You got to go to Eventbrite. It's the Tasty Show, and it's going to be at with Michael Elefante from Mama Luisa's and Guido Q. And there's going to be a special menu, and you get to be a part of the TV show. So you get to be on the TV, and that's KGON 9 as well as CW. The radio show is 100% still going to happen. It's just another avenue to highlight the amazing culinary experts that we have in Tucson. Because we have so many.
We do.
And it's super exciting, and I'm super blessed that we're able to be able to do that. So come out and join us, get some tickets. Like I said, there's going to be a special menu Michael's putting together for us. I asked him to make sure that he leaned into the third generation menu a little bit, because he puts out, I don't know if you tried his elote hush puppies at the gut dinner, the last gut dinner when they were at the farm. The farm, the U of A farm, and it's one of my love languages, I think, because I mean, you just eat this hush puppy. I don't like hush puppies usually because I just think that they're over dried. I mean, it's flour, fat, and you fry it, and that's about it. I mean, maybe a little bit of water to hold it together.
Oh, I love them. I love hush puppies.
But it like breaks apart, and it's fluffy, and it's just really tasty. So, that's all Michael Elefante, which is really cool to be able to say. But he also does amazing things with what he was given as well. Joe's Special has never been better, so you got to check out Joe's Special at Mama Luisa's, and Mama Luisa's is over Golf Links and Craycroft, and you can definitely go check them out anytime during the weekend. And one of my favorite Italian restaurants in town. So. And it's maybe because I know the story of the chef so well, and that's why we're trying to tell the story of all the chefs. So, but yes, okay. So we got the reef, we got the bags, we got some pour art, which is really cool. And everybody has to go to Facebook and check us out. We're live, and we got these pictures.
Show. So they're sun catchers.
Yes,
and so they've been having a blast making sun catchers.
That's awesome.
You can buy all this at our store on 5th Street.
And you put that up in a window or on a patio or someplace where it spins.
We have a hanging spinny thing rack.
Very cool.
That they're all displayed on, and they design them all and make them. So it really is, they really get to work, and they get to see what it's like to build a business and use their ideas. They're so creative.
Awesome. Well, that's That's great. And I can't wait to hear a little bit more about everything here after the break. And a special thank you to all of our amazing sponsors. Again, we wouldn't be here without our sponsors. And if you want to be a part of the show and be a sponsor, please reach out to us directly. You can go through the YouTube page. You can go through Facebook, Instagram. That's the Tucson Tasty Show. Or email me directly at the Tucson Tasty Show at gmail.com. That's the Tucson Tasty Show at gmail.com. And thank you to our sponsors. That's Kiki Rogers of Country Financial Insurance, Vera Oral Premium Beef, Dirty Cactus Soap, Mafia Kitchen, Financial Advisor Cody Peck, Network Outdoors, Local First Arizona, and Levity Wellness Center. I'm Wesley Sorce. Stay tasty, Tucson.
Dirty Cactus Soap and Gifts is an artisan soap company that uses fresh local aloe to make beautiful soap and unique gifts like freshies, candles, wax melts, and bath bombs. We feature culturally inspired scents like pineapple cilantro and chipotle pear and celebrate the desert we live in with sunset soaps, cacti, and scents like desert blooms and cactus flower.
Like I said, I'm from Tennessee, so I'll pronounce some of the words differently, like, Relita, Rulata. I always mess up. So it's like every time I go down there, I actually go to the meeting room.
Oh, yeah. I love the meeting room. Yeah. And yes, quick shout out to everybody. Yeah, the meeting room. Here you go. Oh, this one's funny. You know, Andrea, Mafia Kitchen?
Well, I've had their pickle punch before, and because that's some of the events that you've done.
We give them all our pickle juice.
That's awesome.
They're so amazing.
Andrea's awesome.
Yeah.
I asked her.
They were one of our biggest supporters right off the bat.
She's great.
My problem is there's always so many places you want to go eat, but then I never have time to, or my stomach's like, I'm full already. It's like same thing when I was at the pizza expo. It's like I can't eat any more pizza, and it's only been an hour in. We still got 3 more hours to go. I'm like, and they're like, oh, take a bite, and you spit it out. I'm like, I can't disrespect the pizza like that.
All or nothing.
So let's talk about you smoke pork butts, or do you do brisket?
Yeah, it's mostly pork butts. That's usually my forte, or cheeses to like a little smoked queso dip. So,
and then we'll talk about meat.
I got love in my tummy and I feel like
Welcome back to the Tucson Tasty Show. I'm your host, Wesley Sorce, here in studio live. So if you want to call and chat with us, you can. 520-790-2040. That's 520-790-2040. Or check us out on YouTube or Facebook. YouTube is The Tasty Show 520. And we are live on Facebook at the Tucson Tasty Show. You can't miss us. If you Google The Tasty Show, we will pop up. And you'll check out and you can see our website and all the highlights from last week. So check it out. Also, don't forget to subscribe, like, friend, follow, share, repeat. Because that shows us that we are having an impact in the community, and that's what we need. But we are. And we have Joshua here today in studio. Thank you for hanging out through this entire show. It's been a lot of fun. I hope you've been having fun.
Yeah, it's my pleasure.
Now, and we still have Tamara of Special Eats. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, our pleasure. Now, you do mead. Let's talk about mead first, and then I've got to pick your brain about pulled pork, because I actually make some killer pulled pork. I don't eat it, but it is something that's sought after by my entire family and friends.
Yeah, so about say going on about 3 years now. Of course, halfway through COVID, so kind of boredom took over.
Right.
And then like I was saying, if you talked about gaming earlier, I was actually playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla at the time.
Nice.
And of course, God of War, they were doing a Ragnarok Valhalla thing.
Yeah.
So of course you get into the Viking stuff. So it's like, hey, let me make some mead. And I always like to do cosplay. So anytime there's a Viking event or stuff like that, me and the kids, we get dressed up and we go out to do stuff like that.
Right.
So it's like right now I have about 24 gallons, 1 gallon jugs, each one of various different types of flavoring of mead. One of them's I'd actually did a cold brew, a coffee cold brew, and then use that instead of water. So
with mead?
With mead, yeah.
So it's a coffee mead?
Yeah. So instead of using water like you would normally do,
right,
you just use the cold brew, and then you got your yeast and your different other additives to.
So some of the listeners might be questioning, what is mead? So what is a brief description of what mead is?
So the simplest way, it's a honey wine. The simplest thing would be honey, water, and yeast. Now today's stuff, we have actually the different additives to help the yeast go a little bit faster, or to make it little less bitter, so it evolved since ancient time, where it was just like, the natural yeast, to where you can just buy stuff. It'd be a lot quicker to
right. Yeah. So with me, it's literally water, honey, and they would put it in barrels and ferment it.
Yeah, they would put it underneath like trees or something, like get the natural yeast falling down on stuff, and or whatever else nature falls into it. Back then. It's the oldest known alcohol beverage out there.
And you don't sell it; you make it for your personal use.
Yeah, I don't sell it.
Fair enough.
Sometimes we do have veterans hikes, usually in October, from Irreverent Warrior. Okay. So I usually bring out some mead, and I'll share it with my brothers.
Veteran hikes. I haven't heard about this.
Yeah. So it's the Irreverent Warrior. It's to bring awareness to veteran suicide through camaraderie and camaraderie. I forget the rest of the words, but it's a really nice program, and usually it is the end of October, beginning of November, so right when it starts cooling down a little bit. We start off at usually 1912 Brewery, and it depends on what route we're going throughout the year.
I will have to definitely join you for that, because absolutely need to bring attention to veteran suicides and prevent them as much as possible, and get support out for it. So with the mead, all right, so you do mead, and that one's actually pretty cool. I brewed beer. I used to brew beer a lot. In fact, my wife loved. I used to make. It was a pumpkin beer, but it was a roasted pumpkin that I would put literally 3 whole pumpkins in this beer, and then the wort, and let everything just kind of go through. But I roasted them really well, because it breaks down the enzymes a little bit more in the plant proteins. So it transferred a lot more of the flavor into the beer. And then we did spike it a little bit with the spice, because it's just good spice. Yeah. And who doesn't like cinnamon and nutmeg and other things? But so that's really cool, and I've got to check that out.
I'll have to bring some in for you to try.
Yeah, and then the other thing that you said that you do is you do a killer pork butt. You smoke pork butts.
Yeah, quite often that's actually my forte. It's I tried briskets a few times, but then it takes too long. So usually the pulled pork is you set it and forget it.
What kind of smoker are you using?
Well, I right now I have a Masterbuilt, and what's awesome about it is it connects to your phone, so I can just sit inside the house and turn it on, and it's not the temperature. Why is it not? Go back, throw some more.
Easy bake oven, baby. Actually, I got that. I stole that from Obi, and it's because we're Traeger guys. But it's pretty much
even worse.
Thing.
Traeger is that's talking about babying it.
But I that's actually how I started, because I got into smoking meats when I had a boss that was like his thing. He did these killer smoked pork butts, and they were really tasty, and so I started kind of playing with it and everything. And with the thing that I do like about the Traeger it's continuous. So it's the same temperature. It holds the temperature really well, and then that smoke really does do the convection around it. But I learned a secret from one of the chefs. I think I'll just leave that out though, to add more smoky flavor to it. So you can actually add a little extra bump of smoke to it, and we've been doing that. And I actually used that and did a cold mozzarella smoked mozzarella, and I made a mistake. I used hickory, so it was very smoky, and it was good. I liked it, but nobody else did. And but I think I need to use applewood, right?
Well, different meats require the different flavors, and then you got to, like I said, sometimes you got to find your own. Like mesquite's big here, so almost everything's mesquite smoked. So.
Well, yeah, and that's why I was trying hickory, and then I have apple and other things as well. And It's good, but I use this the secret device for steaks as well, so I'll throw it in there, and it takes it up to the next level. I mean, it gives you that really good charcoal over an open wood fire flavor without having to mess with the charcoal grill, which I have a charcoal grill, I have a smoker, I have a big gas smoker, I have everything. So because I do enjoy it. Now, with your smoked pork butt, do you brine it?
I do not. I rub it in a little bit of mustard sometimes. Sometimes I don't. Usually when I go to smoke meat, it's like spur of the moment. And it's like, hey, pork butt's on sale this weekend. Let's go do it. Now I do have a chest freezer at home, and anytime that the pulled pork gets down to 99 cents a pound, I stock up. So right now I got about 10-pound things of pork butt in my freezer. So it's like anytime, hey, it's a nice weekend. Let's go out and smoke some pork butt.
All right. Well, now I've got to throw down some pork butt with you and see who has the better pork butt, because I do brine it. But I also have a very it's a dry rub after everything's patted down and everything's good to go. I do put a dry rub over it, and this dry rub caramelizes on the outside and gives you a little bit of a crunch when you get that piece, because I do shred it. I mean, you just literally put your hand through it when we're done, but it's really good flavor.
So
and that has a secret ingredient in it as well.
I grew up in Tennessee, so most of the time it's like, oh, we just throwing it on the smoker. It's like, don't try to be fancy about it. Just go ahead and do it. So that's why mine normally goes towards that. It's like I put it in the smoker, I leave it in there. Now I have a buddy that when he smokes meat and stuff, it's like he'll go out there and he'll spritz it and do this and stuff. I'm like, why are you touching it? Just let the heat do its job.
Well, it's to a certain point, I can understand it. I mean, after a while, I would go in after 12 hours on the smoker because I do smoke the pork butts for a long time. And after 12 hours, I usually go out there and pour apple juice over it and then cover it with tin foil and seal it up so it can really get that penetration. Makes the meat a little bit sweeter, and everybody seems to like it. But I should just use a spray bottle and mist it. Because it's hot in there. It needs a little bit of a break every once in a while. Have you ever smoked anything, Tamara?
No, but watched Chef Bill do it plenty of times.
I can imagine.
So we have a Traeger as well. So he comes over to our house and uses it for all of his meats. But I'd say, like in Tucson, we are really spoiled with spices. Like we have amazing spices here.
Well, we have about 30 seconds before we have to go out. So how do we get a hold of you if you're interested in following you on Instagram or Facebook?
So I got 3 different ones. My main one on Instagram is JOSLSAMP. Then I have the Zawfather, really easy to spell, just like how it says. And then Chef du Fumet.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for joining us today on the Tucson Tasty Show. We'll see you next week, Saturday from 3 to 4. We'll have Sally, or the executive chef at Davis Monthan Air Force Base, and one of her airmen from the dining facility, which should be a lot of fun. Thank you to our sponsors and guests, Joshua Sampson, MeMe with We Care Tucson, Tamara of Special Eats, Kiki Rogers, Country Financial Insurance, Vero Premium Beef, Dirty Cactus Soap, Novus Vita, Mafia Kitchen, financial advisor Cody Peck, Network Outdoors, Local First Arizona, and Levity Wellness. I'm your host, Wesley Sorce, and stay tasty, Tucson.
We were singing bye bye Miss America.
Hello, this is Wesley Sorce with the Tucson Tasty Show.
I had that down to the second. I practiced that earlier.
Did like all time for
Awesome.
Every time I get on beer and I get their little beef sticks, and they're like, "Oh yeah, there's 6 of them." It don't make it 5 minutes. I know. Within 5 minutes, like I'm just already gone. I was like,
Have
I
you
need
had the
another
new
one.
ones?
Huh? No, I haven't. I saw the different flavors. Now, Houghton Meat Market, they have some of their jerkies and stuff like that.
I thought they had beef sticks there too.
Well, when I went in,
they should have beef sticks.
When I went in on Monday, they didn't have any.
Might have been sold out.
Vera Earl is down in Sonora, but you can go on vepremiumbeef.com.
Yeah. Oh, Houghton on Monday, they posted a thing about 10 pounds of ground beef for $30. So I posted, well, it was April 1st. So I posted on the comment, I was like, this better not be an April Fool's joke. I'll be disappointed. Because my son,